And we're live. So intro music bad.
How's that our intro music?
I'm starting something new.
Wow. Some glitter, stuffed up.
What she say?
Okay.
Good evening, friends, fellow people. We are Tyrant, and we have a special guest. Yes, you may see him. World Kobe. Kobe World. Say hello to the world, Kobe.
Say hi. Say hi.
First marriage, kids, and a dog. Who would have thunk it? Me.
He's a little spoiled. That's why he's up here. Because he won't stop crying.
But you see who he's with. So who's doing the spoiling?
He's my baby. He doesn't want to stop crying. So I feel like he's not feeling the love. So he has to sit up here.
She's a punk parent.
Whatever. I'll be that.
All the way around.
I be that.
From cheering to fur animals. I'm drinking on
I'll be that.
mineral water
look at me in my mouth.
with a water packet, a strawberry, and a Country Time lemonade water packet. Best thing ever.
You see who you want to be with, but she acting like she don't know him right now.
Our days are Saturdays. So, what are we discussing today, my love?
Cheating.
She wants to keep going down this saddle trap rabbit hole, and we're not at a new location. We're at our headquarters. Usually we're at our brother's house, but
he don't get back till tomorrow.
Sir brother is traveling. He's a May Madness booked. He's booked and busy. So pray for my brother. Please give him blessings upon blessings, and he's living his best life as he should.
You know what's so funny?
What?
We did not go live today.
I'm trying something new. We're just trying to, get a feel. We don't want to be so redundant. I mean, I did post to say that we were going to tape today, but...
This dog is funny. He's looking around like, who are you talking to?
But now we're here. So, she wants to talk about cheating.
Because I want to know what everyone feels cheating is.
Are there levels? Are there ramifications? Are there, is there a pass and no pass in regard to cheating? That's what you're talking about, or flat out?
I don't always feel
if you have a spouse and you're blinking at somebody else.
Blinking at somebody else.
No. I don't mean
you have a spouse and you're just friends with the opposite sex. I mean, that's
not cheating, because in my case, friends should be friends before you've gotten married if it's of the opposite sex.
So
if you're out here recruiting new friends,
i.e., if you have a friend that's been a friend,
but no, I don't mean a friend like, cause see, you differentiate friends. Friends are people who we're not doing this.
Hey, there's a lot of friends that have friends with benefits.
I'm not.
That is a friend. It's not
all of those friends are terminated.
Why?
I'm married.
Okay, even if you're married,
no.
I mean, you guys don't stop being
friends. No, because that gives them hope. You keep in contact with them, you gives them hope.
But that doesn't mean that you can't be a friend.
The benefit is the hope. Why do I need to keep in contact and see how you're doing? You post every goddamn thing on Facebook and Instagram.
That's not true, because I don't post anything on Facebook or Instagram.
You talk to people. I don't.
I'm just saying.
I don't.
How do you call yourself a friend if you're not still in contact with the person?
My friends know who they are. And my friends of the male species did not have vacation spots at my goodies.
I didn't say that. I said, how do you call yourself a friend if you do not hang out or talk to them?
I do talk to them.
So that's what I'm saying.
But those you're speaking of two different kinds of friends. My friends that I speak to that are of the male species have not in between these thickum thighs. That's the friends that I still currently speak to. Those who had a ride on the Dominique rodeo, we don't correspond. If I so happen to come across an Instagram post and I hit you with a double like, please don't take that as an invitation. That's just a double like.
But you used to talk to an ex.
Who?
I'm not saying no names.
Who?
But you did. You used to talk to an ex.
Who?
But do I find that offensive, or do I find that like cheating? Are you cheating? No.
But see, we are not those people. We are confident in our relationship that if we did have a friend, well, I am. I'm not concerned or worried.
That's not true. It took you a while to get here.
It took me a while to get here.
Again, you be lying to the folks.
I'm not lying to the folks because see, I'm not trying to tell all your business without telling your business.
Tell your glitter. Tell glitter to stop lying to y'all.
Okay, so I'm lying.
Because it took her a minute to get here.
Because people still pining behind her, but I'm lying.
How is that pining? A friend is a friend. I'm not talking about people who are trying to get your goodies. I'm talking about just a true friend.
If someone had your goodies at a moment and you demoted said goodie friend into just a regular friend, and said friend still is contacting you and still wants to see what's going on in your life, they're not want to see what's going on in your life for just the sake of shits and giggles. No, they want to see if they still can get in, if their number can still be called.
Those are friends that you let go of.
You haven't.
That's not true. Why are you saying that?
Anywho, she wants to talk about cheating. So here we are, 7 minutes in, and yeah, what do you want as far as cheating parameters? As far as what is considered
cheating?
I think that's a relationship by relationship basis, and more so, sometimes people equate cheating, and they're not even. They say someone's cheating, and they're not even in a relationship. Because for me,
how do you cheat if you're not in a relationship?
Okay.
Because if you're not in a relationship, then 9 times out of 10 it's not cheating.
Most people equate with having sex with the same person multiple times is that they're quote unquote not necessarily said together, but they're clearing each other's cobwebs. So there's some type of stigma on it, like, okay, we're not saying, but in my head I think we are. So if you going out,
did you have that conversation with that person?
But that's where it starts.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. If you don't, I'm not talking about those. Because if you didn't have a conversation with a person, as I always say, because y'all know, if you don't have a conversation and that person don't say, hey, you my girl or you my man, then y'all not together.
Okay, so what if let's discuss it at the point of a conversation has been had.
Mm-hmm.
He, she, he have had a discussion. Then they say, okay, you my boo, we together, we ain't humping and licking on nobody but each other.
Because
I'm saying no.
A boo.
Okay, I can't just say boyfriend because we're not only catering to just girlfriend, boyfriend.
No, I'm saying a boo is not necessarily a relationship thing. You can be my boo, and I can still be fucking with somebody else.
So it has to. It has to.
You have to.
You have to say you're my girlfriend.
No, but you have to say, hey, we're in a relationship, or we're exclusively dating each other.
Okay, so what if that is the case, and one individual is like, hey, I'm still seeing other people? Because some people think because they have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a girlfriend, boyfriend, that they are still considered single until they're married. Even after they had a discussion. Because technically you are.
You said that yourself. Like
technically you are.
When we dated, like you.
Technically you are.
So technically, you single. So I'm confused.
Why are you confused? This is your topic, ma'am. Bless you.
Thank you.
We don't do that.
First of all, he didn't lick me. Secondly,
fix his ear.
He's good. He's good. But I'm the spoiled, right? Anyways, technically, I'm not cheating if you just said, if out your own mouth, you just said, you're single. Then how am I cheating?
We're not talking about. See, you're generalizing this on me. This is supposed to be just.
No, I'm saying around the board. If you just said yourself, if my mate said, technically you're single, then you're not. Then how am I cheating? If you just told me I'm single, then how am I cheating?
Are you married?
No.
You not married?
I am.
I just asked you, are you married? You said no. Let me know.
You just said. Oh God. You just said you're not talking about me.
No, but I'm saying that.
So if we're not talking about me again, then why are you mad? I don't understand. See, females be getting mad for no reason.
I'm sorry, we have the same parts, ma'am. Just because you're more thug.
Like girly girls.
Licking the phone. Come on, Kobe.
You mad at my dog for licking a phone that I can clean? Me and my son just researched that. Do you know the cleanest mouth is a dog's mouth?
Now when he's sitting up there licking on his own unit,
I'm just saying, they say that it's a very clean mouth.
We're going off topic.
Anyways. Now, my wife just said to the people, technically you're still single until you get married. So I don't understand why we could get upset or how we
Okay, let me say, okay,
if
case
someone
in point.
decided to take that up on their offer. I mean,
Case
you
in
can't
point.
just say,
Case
hey,
in
you're
point.
single, and then turn around and say no.
Everybody's not, it's not me. What I mean by that is, if you and another individual are exchanging fluids, and if you guys are just saying, okay, hey, we're going to be the only ones exchanging fluids, yeah, we'll occasionally go to a Taco Tuesday, this, that, and the other, this, and whatever, and we're just going, seeing how it goes, and I decide I want to go holler at Nuck Nuck, and you boo thing, you can't get mad because I want to go holler at Nuck Nuck. I didn't say I was going to give Nuck Nuck a piece of the cookie. I just wanted to go for a free dinner date.
Okay, so that's not cheating.
So, but Money going out on the dinner date is different than Boo Thing going out to go hump on Shaquisha. You see what I'm saying? You see how the difference is? There is a difference.
Okay.
If I've established,
no, you just said it's okay for you to go hang out with a person and chill because you want a free dinner date, but it's not okay for the other person to go and fuck another person because you didn't have sex with your person. If you go, I'm just saying, if you
I'm supposed to give up.
If you leave it open,
I got some tacos.
No, I didn't say you're supposed to. But if you leave it open and you say, hey, we're trying to figure this thing out. I'm trying to figure out if you.
Okay, so this is where I have to play devil's advocate.
Okay, go ahead.
Because it can be, that can be what it is, but not me necessarily, but i.e. the female, tell. I.e., if it's a female, tell maybe it's a stud femme or femme, whatever your preference. One party tells another party, okay, we're cool, we doing this, that, and the third, and then one person in the group goes out and start licking and sticking on the other one. Why does somebody get mad? Because there's always somebody getting mad, and it's not necessarily the person who went along with it. It's always the person who initiated. They get mad when the other person does what they brought.
Go, bye. Okay, friends. I had to let go of the dog. He's doing too much. Anyways, if you agree that you guys are just talking, you guys are just trying to figure stuff out, then no one should be upset. No one should be angry. No one should feel any type of way because it's an understanding that you guys have. If you do feel some type of way, then maybe you guys should reevaluate your relationship.
It's not a relationship. If everybody comes to the party, it's not a relationship.
Yes, it is.
It's a buffet. It's a buffet.
It's a situation.
It's a situationship.
It's a situationship.
And you bring in other situations to the situation, so it's a goddamn parade.
Hey, it could be a party. I'm just saying. It's a situation.
So how is it cheating if everybody...
See? Keyword. Is it cheating?
Okay. She had that. What about if it is established outside of my mind frame and what I'm thinking? If there's a girlfriend, Let's say they've been together exchanging fluids for 2 years. And in that 2-year time frame, girlfriend A finds out that girlfriend B has had a little C on the side.
Now, is that C having sex with you?
She's getting the same benefits that A is getting.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's not. Intercourse is different than just hanging out. That's how I feel. Not everybody feels the same way. But I feel intercourse is different. If you're having sex, yeah, you're cheating. If you're having a conversation, is it necessarily cheating?
But you're having a conversation for what?
Because that's my friend.
No.
I go hang out.
You're sticking your tongue in your friend's mouth.
Okay, no. See, again, we're exchanging fluids. If we're not exchanging fluids, am I cheating?
So you would be okay with your married wife go out and hang out with somebody?
First of all, we're not talking about us.
I'm just saying. Cheating is across the board.
We're not talking about us because, again, we would have to have a conversation. I keep telling you that. Like, communication is key. I want you guys to really, really understand that. Communication is key.
That's the whole basis.
Yes, it is. I feel that in any relationship, you need to have communication. If you do not have communication, then there's no reason for you guys to be together. If you cannot talk to your mate, if you cannot go to your mate in any situation, then don't talk to no, but stay by yourself. It's okay. You can hump, you can dump, you can do what you want. You can lick, you can stick, do what you want. As long as you are okay with being alone.
People who are humping and dumping and licking and sticking are not necessarily alone. They have people to fulfill that void.
Have that. Don't put yourself in a relationship.
But what if they want
no.
Why are you knowing?
If you cannot communicate with
you're communicating with everybody that, hey,
no, you're not. You know what you're doing? No, you know what you're doing? You're putting your body out there. That's what you're doing.
Some people want to do that, babe.
Again, that's not communication.
Body.
But that's not communication.
Body.
You can have sex all day long. That's not communication.
Yes, sis. I'm communicating that you're today, somebody else is tomorrow.
Your communication is see. This is the problem that we have. Because she does not like to speak. You have to talk. You have to be able to say what you feel or say how you feel. It goes back to that little thing called vulnerability.
What does vulnerability have to do with cheating?
If you do not have it, then don't be in a relationship.
What's vulnerability have to do with cheating?
Because again, if you ask a question about if I go out, we'll put us out here. If I go out and I hang out, or if I go talk to someone and you feel some type of way about that, why is that? Again, how is that cheating? If I'm talking to someone, I'm not exchanging fluids. I am not carrying a conversation to go to another level. I'm not making it seem like, oh, that's where I want you to be. But I'm just having a conversation. Do you necessarily
what is
call
the dynamic? What is the conversation pertaining?
Anything. I could be having fun. I could be talking about a sport. I could be talking about what's on TV the next day.
That's casual. The conversation that you have with these people are not talking about sports.
Again, she letting something out because I don't know what she talking about. What is she talking about? Sip on your tea, please, because I have no idea what she's speaking about. It's mineral water. What are you speaking of?
You have had individuals, or I won't say individuals, an individual in your past that you were friendly with and who wanted to be friendly with, not in the physical form, but just friendly as far as, hey, how you doing? How's the wife doing? How's the kids doing? What's up with you? Whoa.
Did you hear that? Did y'all hear
that?
No. I want you to hear exactly what you're saying.
I'm saying what I was saying. What's up with you?
No.
But what's up with you?
Do you hear what she is saying? Neither did I hold anything back. I communicated that I had a wife. I communicated that I am happy in my household. So, you mad at what that other motherfucker thinking? Because this motherfucker said, I have a wife. I have a family. So there's nowhere in that do you see me saying, hey, I want to go sleep with you, or hey, I want to be with you. No. And again, said individual that she's speaking of, never did I ever say, hey, let's go fuck.
I didn't say that. That's not what I'm saying.
So you can't get mad at.
I'm not getting mad.
But
what
no,
I'm saying,
you can't get mad at me because of what the other motherfucker thinks. And how do you know that said person thinks that that's what they're getting? How do you know that it's not just a mutual, like, hey, that's my homie?
Homies who were hired as homies finish employment as homies.
No,
homies don't get upgraded to beneficiary of said goods, i.e. the kitty, and they get demoted back down to homie. If I hire you as homie, I'm going to fire you as homie. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to hire you as homie. You get a little trial run on, or you do a little internship on a kitty, and then if you don't pass your 90-day probation, you back down to homie. No, we're done. There's no more nothing after that.
Okay, well then you're not friends with your exes. I get it.
Okay, but we're not I'm just prefacing that to say cheating in regard, I feel, when it's two single people, because to me, you can't say someone cheated on me and both of you are technically, legally, can do as you please. When there's documentation, i.e. a registered recorder person has said, okay, you two are together, and then you or I or whomever is in the situation go outside of your situation, then that's cheating. Because a lot of people say that they're being cheated on, but they're doing stuff backwards. And I don't want to put my own thoughts and my feelings on that, because like I said, I have my own way of thinking. She has her own way of thinking. What I'm saying is, when you're single, because I don't do shacking up before you get married. Again, my personal preference, do it as you may. If you feel you want to do that in the comments and say something crazy out of character, that's fine. I don't do no blocking or nothing. I'll let you let me live. But what I'm saying is, some people.
But I do. That's a good statement, because I was told by an individual that maybe that is a better thing to do, is to actually live and get to know that person, because you don't want to necessarily jump into a marriage. You don't want to just get into a marriage. You want to see how that person lives. Because what if you do? What if you think that you're in love and you say, hey, that's the person I'm going to live my life with. And then when you guys start living together, you find out, oh, that ain't it.
But this is my thing. Although you're not living together day to day, there should, in your courting one another, because it has to go on both sides. It shouldn't be just one-sided. When you're courting one another, maybe there, you have a little spend the night, little come over, or y'all go out of town, or y'all go on a little weekend getaway or something like that. I'm saying the day-to-day living together, I'm not a part of that. But to each is his or her own.
Get off of me.
But in that, if you're with someone for an extended amount of time, you get to know them and know their woes. You come over to the house and see how they living, then that's a depiction. Or guess what? If somebody just putting it together to make it look good for the meantime, you only get a good 90 days of somebody who trying to fake it. That 91st, 95th day. Sometimes, I'm just saying, sometimes the representative could be real. The representative could be there longer than he or she should be. But I'm just saying, if you are a good faker,
watch yourself. Go ahead.
If you're a good faker, then maybe you could pull the wool over somebody's eyes. Babe, I don't have touch screen. One moment, please. I say all that to say, as my wife has said, communication is key. If you set your boundaries up front, be it with a friend, a boo thing, a plumber, or just someone you just want to, maybe you want to build with. That needs to be established. Please don't go into, I can't say please, because like I said, I can't impose my feelings and what I wouldn't or would do upon no one else. But if you don't want no one out here popping off or going crazy or smashing your tire or slashing your tires, busting your window out, fighting your baby mama on your auntie's front lawn, tell Quita that you still messing with Keisha. Tell her that. But see, the problem is we don't want to tell Keisha that we still humping Quita or either way it goes because we still want both. But if you want both, they might be into it if that's your thing. Say that. A lot of people are afraid to say what they want to say because they're scared of what the other person may feel. But if you're holding back for the sake of trying to get your cake and your cookie, you're going to end up, when it come out, crumbs.
Okay, now you're done. Yeah. At the end of the day, as she just said, communicate. If you want your cake, you want your cookie, hey, that's you. Do you. But communicate that to somebody. If you want Quita over here, Keisha over there, Tyrone in the next room, communicate that.
Knuck.
Somebody may like she said, somebody may be into that. There's a lot of polyamorous people out there.
It doesn't have to be that. It could just be
being with
people, like spreading their love around.
They love being with people. They feel that it takes a village. I also think that it takes a village to raise a child. It does.
That's so off topic. That's so off topic.
A village. Communicate it. Let it be known. Do not hide what you feel or who you feel you want because somebody else feels, or you feel that someone else doesn't feel the same way. But if that person is for you, then you guys will have a real conversation and you guys will compromise somewhere in the middle. If that one person is not for you, then maybe it's time for you to go ahead and leave that person alone and talk to somebody better suited for you. Because I feel if you let it out there, you let it be known, then you can't you get around that. Oh, you cheated on me. Oh, you out there talking to such and such. Because I let you know up front that we weren't together.
Okay, but even if they let some person, okay, let's say it's a girl and a girl. We're gonna take it there. Girl and a girl. They just turning up, hanging out, just doing and screwing. Having fun, going to all the the gay things, the parties, the everybody getting it in the pool. They have a conversation that says, "Okay, I'm tired of doing this, that, and everybody coming in the pool. I just only want me and you in the jacuzzi." And both individuals agree that only them is in the jacuzzi. But one of the individuals decide, okay, she said only me and her in the jacuzzi, but I still want to play in the pool.
Then maybe that person's not for you. Because if they respect who you are and they respect your relationship, then that conversation should suffice. If I said, hey, let's stop, you say, hey, okay, I agree, let's stop. And then I go out and say, hey, you know what, I ain't done yet. Then I don't respect the conversation at all. There was really no need for the conversation because I wasn't really ready to stop. I just said that so you couldn't do you.
But but I'm saying that's really what it be about.
No,
and that's
not.
The point I be trying to make. One person wants to have the upper hand.
That's not true.
One person wants to have the upper hand. The other person is the one that's vulnerable, who's really in it and wanting said person who's out here in the pool, in the jacuzzi, and the doggone everywhere else, living their best life while they have another individual wanting to be the one. The only one.
But that's not always true. There are some people out there, I'm not going to lie, there are some very, what you call them, saddle tramps. There's
free-spirited will be nice. Free-spirited, loving and giving really, of all their goods to all of the counties. LA, Orange, and Riverside.
That's not what always leads to cheating.
Okay, so, I mean, there are different reasons that cheating occurs. But what I'm saying is, I'll say this. When you have a relationship that's established, It does not necessarily have to be marriage. That's just like I said. That's my own personal belief. But when you and another person come together and say, "Hey, I want to go the distance with you. Let us work together as a team. Ultimately, being marriage our goal, and see what happens." That's an agreement, right? So in their quest for going to the long haul to go to marriage, because they both initially agreed upon that, one individual decides, I think I want to see what a runner-up looked like. And so they start interviewing someone else, unbeknownst to the person they had the conversation with, and established that that's who they want to go the distance with. So one individual who signed up for it initially is now mad at the other, not the individual that's doing the cheating, but the other person who took part in the cheating aspect. My thing is, okay, if at that point said individual finds out that her person that she wants to go the distance with is out here still interviewing, why are we still staying? Why we can't be one and done?
Because some people really truthfully want that person. Like you can't just say, "Hey, you know what? I'm good." That's retarded.
Why? Because my thing is, true love means I have to go through cheating.
No, I didn't say you have to go through it. But at the end of the day, it makes you think. It makes you question. It makes you say, "Hey, you know what? Was this done out of spite, and was this done for this person to get hurt, or was this an accident and somebody ever?"
How you accidentally cheat on somebody, babe? You can't accidentally pull your thing out or get your mouth all moisturized and go out there and bite and lick and suck and all that on somebody accidentally.
As I continue to say, there's different reasons for why people cheat. There's not you cannot say, "Hey, you know what? You cheated. I'm leaving," because then you ask yourself this. Did I truly love that person? Did I truly love that person? Because let's go back to old days. Let's go back. Let's go back.
And let's say this. I have persons in my life, family members, who've been married 50, 40, 30 some odd years. And I asked them how. And there have been some sketchy things that have occurred. That's not my place to say. But I'm saying they've gone the distance. I'm just saying, for me, I don't know if I have it in me to do that. But like I'm saying, I'm married because it will.
No,
I don't think someone has to deal with cheating.
I didn't say you have to deal with it, but you do have to ask yourself, am I really in love with that person? Because when you're in love,
then ask the person who out there dipping and sticking
when you are in love with me, because
they wasn't when they was doing that.
But see, that's a good question though. That's a good question, because somewhere in that you forgot.
No, they didn't forget. They knew I would stay. That's why. They knew I would stay. And that'd be my thing.
That's not always true. That's not always true.
People do to people what they know that, hey, baby.
Here we go.
Or, I was tripping. Or, you ain't doing me how you supposed to. That's why X, Y, and Z.
That's where me and you disagree.
Hey,
because
we can touch and disagree.
You come off with this whole, they're just, get off my mic. You come across with this whole, you didn't, you just doing this, so I'm going to say no. No, that's a front. That is, it's just a front. Because when you're truly in love, you truly going to sit back and you going to think like, okay, is this worth it? Do I have it in me to fight?
Well, my thing is, why should I have to fight?
I didn't say you had to, but when you are in love, you ask yourself that question.
If I and the other person in love, there should be no reason for me to ever have to question it. But my thing is, in the midst of that, if you decide that at that moment,
for different reasons, I keep telling you that it could be an intimacy problem, it could be an emotionally problem, it could be anything, it could be a physical problem. There is a whole lot of reasons. Someone cannot be getting a lot of attention. Someone can need that attention. Someone can be getting that attention from someone else. Does not necessarily mean that they fell in love with that person and that's why they cheated. They cheated because guess what? You're giving me something that person over there, my mate, is not giving me. Then you really need to ask yourself, well, damn. Why didn't I didn't give you what you needed? Why didn't I give you what you needed? He's licking my...
Okay. Do you have anything else that you would like to...
I'm over it now.
Her and Kobe are over me. It's okay. I'm used to it. In closing, jot down below, would you be okay if someone that you love cheating and they said that it was accidental, or they said that it was your fault? Not necessarily your fault. I'm trying to find a way to say it.
Who says that it's your... Okay. But it's your fault.
Yeah, there's some people who just outright will say that.
Again, you need to ask yourself, is that the person I need to be with? If somebody says, I cheated, but it's your fault, then you need to ask yourself, is that somebody that I truly want to be with?
I mean, they're with them, so apparently...
if somebody's blaming you for a indiscretion, that does not mean that you need to stay.
You want them to stay. You said that it had to be a reason why the person did
a reason, but you guys need to ask yourselves this. What can we do to solve this issue? I.e., if I don't feel that I am getting attention, do I then go look for attention, or do I come to my mate and I say, hey, look, I'm not getting any attention. That's not making me feel like I'm wanted. Again.
So if
telling y'all, communication is a big thing.
That's her closing remark.
Not a lot of people know how to communicate. Please communicate with your mate, because not a lot of people know how. Communicate with your mate, because a lot of your problems will go away if you know how to communicate. And I mean that from both sides, the cheater and the cheatee. The person that is the victim in the situation.
Why does it have to be victim?
Because you are a victim. If you feel that someone that you love has mistreated you, you become a victim. You were wronged. A victim is someone who is wronged. You were wronged.
The cheater could say they were wrong. That's why they did what they did.
Again, if you guys are playing the blame game when it comes to cheating, ask yourself, is it time for me to be in a relationship? Please. Let's be grown-ups. Like, I'm going to really need y'all to really question yourself. Be real with yourself. Do not blame that on somebody else. Be real with yourself. If I went out and slept with somebody else and I knew I was in a relationship, am I wrong? Yes, I am. Because guess what? I decided to go out of my relationship and go sleep with someone else. Now the question is, why did I go out and do that?
Some people
that's a real good conversation that you have. And that's how you stay in relationships for 40, 50 years. You have real talks. You let people know what's going on.
I don't think it's 40, 50 years when they having them kind of conversations, because people have had multiple indiscretions.
If you're having multiple indiscretions, then again, that's somebody that I can't stay with. If you gonna keep doing it, and I would let you know. Again, communication. Everybody keep hearing that word, communication. I keep saying it.
Communication.
If there is someone that has slept with someone else, and they go back and they sleep with another someone else, again, then it's not a mistake. It's something I am doing intentionally. So if I am doing that intentionally, the question is, again, should I be in a relationship?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Really, really think
about. What if in a marriage, said person is a, what do you call it? What they call a frequent cheater or whatever, habitual or whatever cheater. And
it could be somebody with a sex addiction.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say it could be a lead up to what an underlying issue is.
But you have again, see, what is that? Communication. I'm just saying, because if you notice that your mate has a problem.
Why is it a problem, babe? That could just be, they could say it's a disease.
It is a disease. Sex addiction is a true disease. Just like alcoholism, just like narcotic, like that's a true addiction. People are some people are addicted to just having sex. They're called nymphomaniacs. They can have sex anytime, any day, anywhere with people, anybody.
She know all the terms.
I'm acting like I didn't hear it. But anyways, if you notice somebody has a problem, do not write them off. Try to see if that's what you want to deal with. If you don't want to deal with it, then hey, tell that person, hey, I love you to death, but I cannot deal with it. But I can help you get better. If you're,
what if the person don't think they have a problem?
Well, then again, you have to make your decision for you. You can't make a decision for that person. See, that's what. Let's talk about that.
Babe, we're only 40 minutes in. We're not trying to go an hour.
Let's talk about that too in the next go round. Stop being something that you're not. If that's not who you are, then tell that person, like, hey, that's not who I am. Because a lot of relationships are based on what the other person wants. It's not a mutual situation. And in that regard, then again, you need to ask yourself, do I need to be with somebody? Because if I'm still being selfish and thinking about only me, then I don't need to be with somebody at all. That's all I have to say. You guys have a very, very good evening. Love y'all.
That's your
Talk to you the next day.
That's your closing remark.
All right.
That's your closing remark. Thank you all for joining us today. Please share, tell your friends, subscribe, like our freaking videos, comment. We 4 videos in, ain't nobody saying nothing. Y'all ain't even say, hey, can y'all talk about this? What y'all scared of? What y'all scared of? Because we coming back next week. We gonna be here every week. Every week we gonna be here. We don't only talk about lesbian stuff. We don't only talk about gay stuff. We talk about all things. All the things. Next week, I have no idea what we're talking about, as I do every week. We press record and then there we go. I don't edit nothing. So you get it how I give it. With that said, we are Legally Lesbian, your hosts, Glitter, No Thought, and Thug, Hottie. Tune to us in next week as we'll discuss some more stuff that we just come off the dome with. We will not be having Kobe as a co-host. His is a one-time only. Kobe, tell the people goodbye. It's been real. And yeah. Tune in. Share it. Tell your friends. Tell your nosy ass auntie who been asking what we doing over here. Tell her to come on over.
Tell your freaky cousin.
Tell your Uncle Harold and them. We got 2 little cuties over there talking about some shit. He need to tune in. Because I know he asking. All right. I've said enough. Kobe's done. The wife is spent. We'll catch you guys again next week. And we out.